Well, good afternoon and welcome once again to Ed's Orchids. Beautiful day here, first day of spring for us. It's really warm. The greenhouse up and the greenhouse here is in the mid-70s, so just nice for repotting a few of the Masdevallias. Now I've got about 10, 11 to do, but I'll just do 4. And what have we got here? Oh, this one is an Amabilis alba. Then we've got a Prince de Galles, and we've got an Inca Prince, and that one is a Vecchiana. That one can't be a Vecchiana then. Well, I think I should begin this potting session by telling you something about these plants. They come from a region from Mexico way down to Brazil, and they grow mainly in the mountain regions of the Andes of Ecuador and Colombia. They grow as epiphytes, lithophytes, and they're also terrestrial in the regions of Machu Picchu in the Andes. Some of these plants are very showy, and in one famous book it describes them as jewels of the orchid world, and they really are when you get these flowering really well, which I haven't managed to do yet. Most of them are easy to cultivate, but they must be kept wet, cold, to cool, otherwise dry conditions along with higher temperatures will soon succumb to their unacceptable conditions. Now, when replanting the plants into new media, always make sure that the rhizome of the plants, that's where the roots join the leaves, are just above the level of the media that you use. This is quite essential. And when you water them, if you can, stay away from tap water, because tap water contains, well, in most parts of the world, contains loads and loads of solids, which raises the TDS up to, or anything, I think mine's 238, something like that. And we get ours from lakes in the Lake District. So why they should be that high, I don't know. But to sort of purify them for human consumption, they put all sorts of rubbish in, don't they? Which your plants don't like tolerating. So it's best to use rain or reverse osmosis water is just a thing. And with the compost made up of, and I've got some made up there, of 80% sphagnum, 10% for medium bark and 10% perlite. This will keep the plants moist and also provide the plants with aeration with the bark and the perlite, stopping the sphagnum from compacting. They'll tolerate temperatures down to 10 degrees centigrade, but I have kept them as low as 4 degrees centigrade with no problem. But try not to let the temperature rise above 82, and then you'll start getting problems. And one thing you should remember, this is only my opinion, this is the way I keep them, that there are many growers who use different techniques. So with that said, I'll get on with showing you what I'm using to pot them in, and we'll get them repotted. Well, this is the sphagnum moss that has been it's been soaked for the last 4 hours with a little bit of calmagin, and then we've got that'll finish up to nearly 80% of the content, and then we've got the bark and perlite, which will make up the extra 20%. So with that said, I'll carry on. Excuse me. Well, the first one we'll repot, it'll be this Amabilis alba. I haven't had this flowering yet, probably because I haven't kept it in the right conditions over the winter months, but we'll make up for it now. We'll have a look at the roots, see what they're doing. I mean, it looks like I've repotted this lately, because there's a bit of that aqua soil in here, but I can't see any there. Anyhow, we'll just have a look at let's have a look at the roots. Well, there are the roots on this one, looking very, very nice. There's probably one or two that needs cutting, and that root is now stuck to the polystyrene there. But on the whole, it's not doing too bad. It's not a tidy plant that I like them to be tidy, but that's probably my fault as well. So hopefully this repot will do them good. But I'll just clean this up and then we'll repot it. Well, I've cleaned the plant up now. I took all the dead little stalks off that were there. The roots are quite good. So we'll start off repotting this by using the sphagnum moss, because these have to be kept damp and never to be allowed to dry out, or else there'll be some trouble. So make sure they've got plenty of moss for the roots. Got some of this long stuff, so we'll fasten it right round. Make sure we get plenty. Keep it just below the rhizome level. Put a drop of the bark and perlite in. And see how it's fixed for size. Right, push it down at the edges. You can always lift the plant up if you get it too far down. Like I've done here. Bark and perlite in now. Make sure it's nice and firm. And that's that one. Masdevallia Amabilis alba, and you can see where the roots are just coming out from the bottom of the leaves. So that'll do for that one. And the next one we've got is, I think it's the Inca Prince. Now this flowered, and these are absolutely gorgeous. A little bit of Vecchiana in them, I think. I haven't checked it. We'll just have a look at it. I can see a few wood lice coming out. Here, get rid of them. Now this has got some beautiful roots on it. So what I'll do now, I've taken some bark out. I'll just use some sphagnum moss to wrap round. I'll take a nice look at the roots on this one. They're absolutely lovely, aren't they? And we'll put it back into the same pot, but we'll put a little more sphagnum down the middle. Can't get rid of these little buggers. They don't do any harm, they only eat dead wood. But I just don't like them. Where are they? There we are. So I'll get rid of that one. So we'll just put a little bit more moss into the base. That's pretty empty down here. And that's all I'm going to do with this one, because it's looking very, very nice. And we'll put it back into the same pot. Being careful with the roots. There we are. Bit of moss and perlite, a bit of bark and perlite, and a little bit more moss on for dressing on the top, because there are some roots sticking up onto the compost. And some people say I'm too careful with them, but it's just my nature. I can never do anything hard, you know, do it quickly and roughly. Not in my nature. So that's that Masdevallia Inca Prince. Now the next one is a Vecchiana Prince de Galles, like the Vecchiana, but a little better coloured. And we'll have a look at this one. This has got a yellow leaf on here, and that's probably with it being dry for a couple of days, because they do go like that. So we'll take this out and have a good look at this. Yeah, this doesn't look like, this hasn't got enough moss in it neither. So it's a good job I'm repotting this. Lovely roots on it, absolutely gorgeous. But I'll have to get rid of that. Although there's one or two little white marks there. Oh, they just rub off. I thought they were mealybug for a minute, but no, they just rubbed off. So I'll cut that leaf off. It's making the plant look untidy. Move all that to one side. Use the same pot. God, these little wood lice, they get all over the place. Right, moss. Just nice and damp, this moss. So we'll make sure it gets in there well. Oh, look, I keep seeing them out of the corner of my eye. And blooming wood lice. Terrible. As soon as they can sense a bit of damp, they're there. This is a little bit fiddly. Plenty of moss around it. It should be fine. Oh, we've got to put aeration in, that's all it's used for, this, the aeration. The main thing is the moss. Don't press it down too much or else you'll compact it. Bit more moss. A little bit of perlite. There we are, and that's the Prince de Gaulle, which is a beautiful little plant. Well, I'm sure you've seen enough now. You don't want me to see me do another one because they'll be exactly the same. And I've got about 11 to do, so I'll get them all done and I'll show you them when they're all finished. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for all your subscriptions. They're going up quite nicely now. And until next time, I'll see you all later. Bye.